Oh my goodness, everybody. It's time for Dungeon Junkies Real Talk. And with me, I don't have Alex as I usually do. He's off. He's a sleepy boy. Instead, I got me a special guest. I got the DM, the one and only. We caught him in Bemidji, Minnesota. He was fondling the Blue Walk statue, but we caught him for you guys. And he's here in our room. He ain't harming no one. It's Kenny.
Not harming anybody yet, Henry.
Oh, not
yet. What's up,
yet.
everybody?
Hey, all right. And today on Real Talk, we're going to talk about episode 5.
Episode fucking 5.
Yeah, it was a pretty quick episode. It was as long as all the others, but it was fast as far as we were concerned.
It was a quick one.
Yeah, we spent most of the time fighting Byaku. That was our most intense fight I think we've had so far. As far as lengthwise go.
That with the Sky Gods so far, yes, that was the longest fight.
Yeah, with the Sky Gods, yeah. In season 2. And it was pretty fun. I think everybody got good amount of action in, but once again, my boy Dr. Euphoria showing up everybody. It's getting a little ridiculous, but it's just strong. The way the dice.
Yeah.
And he's really smart with his abilities.
He is, yeah. It's really cool seeing him, especially go from a bard to, like, a fucking war cleric that's just, like, badass and strong, and he has a lot of just really cool abilities.
Yeah.
That he packs a fucking punch.
Yeah, and it's pretty interesting because I mentioned this in the game itself. We've never had a storm mage, and that's not really something you think of. You know, you got your necromancer. Wow. You got your elementer or elemancer, whatever you want to call them. Illusionist, summoner, things like that.
Yeah.
But a storm mage is not something I think of a lot. And, oh my goodness, it's been more useful than any of the other specialties that I've played with so far.
It's really cool. It's cool seeing, especially now because we've played so many different characters and have had so many different job titles and backgrounds.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cool seeing, like, a themed background where it's like, oh, yeah, I use fucking water spells and control storms. And I think that's super cool. And we really got to see that, especially the last couple episodes.
Yeah. And we're going to do something a little bit different this episode because typically we do we talk about, me and Alex talk about what just happened, and we kind of hash out theories and what could be occurring in the future and maybe what has occurred in the past. But this episode was mostly a combat episode, which was great, and I also have you with me as this great opportunity to ask you some questions and maybe delve into some of the details a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
But we do want to finish out the episode because we didn't spend the whole episode fighting. We did, we did beat Byaku. He was slain. He
was killed. He fucking got destroyed.
And that was a little unfortunate. Because we didn't want to kill him. But
couldn't help himself.
Well, also I guess we kind of forgot about it. We never brought it up.
No.
It never got brought up.
I almost said something, and I was like, no.
No, I think you made the right
really
call.
close to being like, are you sure you want to kill him? Because I asked him, like, yeah, how do you want to do it?
Yeah,
and
you gave me the opportunity.
And then you guys, I could tell you guys were thinking about it for a second, like,
well,
but then it was like, I could feel the, like, questions in the air, like you guys were subconsciously like, I don't know, and then it was just like, I don't know, kill him.
Well, I know for that, maybe that's a bad thing on my part, but I know for a fact that I never thought about the non-lethal. I forgot about that until you said, and he's dead. And I went, oh, oops.
And maybe that was just me thinking about it.
No,
because I was gonna say something, and then I was like, maybe they're thinking about it.
Yeah, but I don't know why I had forgotten about that. That was a weird thing. I was very into the It was something about the tiger was different for me. Maybe it's because that was the first one where Finworth is actually in danger.
Yeah.
But it even before that, just combat with the tiger, I never thought about non-lethal damage when it came to finishing it off.
Yeah. And the same thing happened with Suzaku, too.
Yeah. Well, but that ended up, I mean, it didn't die. We did non-lethal damage.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Never mind. For some reason, I was like, oh, yeah, you guys just fucked him up fast.
Yeah, he just got fucked up, but he got finished off with a javelin, and it was Terran that did the non-lethal damage. But, I mean, this one got fucked up fast, too, but it wasn't us that did it. It was my boy Devoir. My boy, not Finworth's boy. But I love Devoir.
Yeah, Devoir's fucking great. He's one of my favorite characters from the first season, for sure.
And let's do a little backstory for Devoir for those that may not listened to it. Where's his origins from? Out-of-game origins.
Out-of-game origins. So, we don't know his out-of-game origins yet. That's something we're going to have to discover more of down the road.
Okay.
In-game origins.
Intriguing.
In-game origins. Because I really like keeping that mysterious...
No. I mean, where the name came from. That sort of out.
Oh,
yeah.
Duh. Devoir's name came from a Twitter follower of ours, and I don't have his handle on me. If he's still listening, I'm sorry, I forgot your Twitter handle. But he had retweeted a couple posts that we said, hey, retweet this and we'll put your ass in the campaign. And he did that. And so I got the name Devoir, and he lived in Canada, so I made him, Canadian-ish.
Yeah, and that was almost a year ago,
Yeah.
And one of my favorite characters. Oh man.
He ended up being real fun.
Yeah. And so let's go a little bit I don't know if we want to do too much about season 1 where we met him.
Yeah. He was met just real quick in the iDog Enforced before you guys had entered my haunted house dungeon to save Tom Anthony, the gnome.
Yeah. And
that's where you actually met Devoir.
And there was like a real confusing mystery around him. If you haven't checked it out yet, I definitely want to encourage you to go listen to it, even though you may have all the answers already. But at the time, we were a bunch of dumb fools, and we didn't know that he had some shadow clone jutsu.
You guys were very confused.
Yeah.
But I wanted it that way, because I like maintaining that mystery of certain people.
Oh, yeah, and I definitely like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And contemplating this. But he definitely pulled through in that fight, pulled off some badass moves, climbed all over that tiger and kept him from mauling the rest of us, and like Natty 20 stopped him from stomping on him, which was pretty fucking badass. And in the end, we slew the tiger. Yeah. Killed him. And the dark spirit that was possessing him, because it wasn't it appeared as a solid black tiger to the rest of us, or to all of us, but it was, I guess, possessed by something.
Yes.
And so, once it was slain, the spirit flew up into the sky. And thank God it didn't attack us this time, because we might not have survived.
Yeah. So what I really, really wanted to do with that fight specifically was demonstrate the power of Devoir.
Yeah.
And how far, and what's changed, and how far he's come, and just kind of to show, like, okay, the top members of the coalition of cataclysmic knowledge are powerful fucking people.
Yeah.
They're strong people. And that was literally like the point of me setting up this fight the way I did, was to show Devoir's strength. Didn't exactly turn out that way.
Sometimes the dice don't work out the way you want.
Sometimes the dice don't work out. But he almost did max damage on his attack, which took out pretty much a quarter of his health.
Yeah. And that, I mean, like, who knows how much, just him climbing on top of him and making the tiger use his action to shake him off, could have saved us, because he could have one-hit us with any of those moves.
Yes.
And So that was like, ooh, thank goodness.
He's very strong.
Yeah.
He's a very strong tiger.
Makes me a little worried
tiger.
for Kieran.
Kieran's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, especially because we'll have to get into that in the next episode of Real Talk. I ain't spoiling shit for you guys, motherfuckers. You have to listen to all that shit. However, after we slew him righteously and very heroically, all of us involved blew his freaking face off, and the spear fled in the sky. There was a bright light that came shining that we saw in the sky, coming from where Byaku was in the river, in between all the islands because we originally spotted him hanging out on some islands in the river, and in between all these was some sort of shiny light. It was very, very awesome, and so I jumped into that shit.
Yeah.
Mostly because it kind of resonated, same energy as the other portals. So I don't gotta be too scared, but also that's Fenworth for you.
Yeah.
And so you had said when you were describing the portal at the end of the episode that we could hear the sound of water coming from the portal.
Yes.
That was where we left off. I jumped through the portal, and that was it. And I think that's a pattern that we're having of me jumping through a portal and then the episode ends.
I've done that in the past with characters I've had, and it hasn't turned out so good.
No, it hasn't. And I think about that every time. And there have been a few times I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to actually live through this.
Yeah. It'd be funny for me to set up some kind of trap like that.
Oh, yeah, that would be kind of funny.
He walks through the door, and, he falls into an endless abyss, and he falls forever.
And he would fall for it.
Yeah.
Well,
fall for it.
Yeah. So, and that was the end of episode 5. Pretty quick episode, like I said. But we spent most of it in combat. And honestly, we spent most of it watching Dr. Euphoria kick ass. Because, I mean, he climbed up the thing's face and smashed his hammer into its head. And then smashed his holy hammer into its head.
And you got to see Devoir's abilities and what he's capable of and learn more about him.
Yeah. So leading from that, that's a good segue. I want to go into some questions for the DM, right? Because we haven't got to talk to you much since season 2, actually at all on Real Talk.
No, not at all.
Since season 2 has begun, so this is a good opportunity for me. As far as Devoir goes, you had mentioned that his power was similar, like aesthetic wise and maybe ability wise, to the Shadow Clone Jutsu from Naruto.
Yes.
Is it a very similar thing where each one has its own kind of personality?
It's something similar to that. It's almost like they follow exactly what he wants them to do, so he can individually control each one. Right?
Okay.
And we saw that a little bit more in the first season where they had almost like a little more
order,
personality and order where he could move them around at will. But for the most part, they stick with him. They attack with him completely in unison.
Okay. Was that I'm interested in it because from a combat situation, it allows you to then make that one character instead of 4, right?
Yes.
Was that the main reason to do was that why you designed him that way?
Yes.
That was smart, because I was like, oh my goodness, is he going to have 4 different characters doing, each one has initiative, each one has... And then, no, you didn't do any of that, and it was great.
I wanted it to happen where it's like, when he's, if he's sitting around at the campfire, maybe, he can control each personality individually to make it seem, right, like there's 4 separate people, 5 separate people, however many people we can split into.
Okay.
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
In season 1, I believe he had him as well as 4 men with him. And here we saw, him
and 3 others.
And 3 others. We don't know how many people we can split into.
Okay.
And when he attacks, it's like he has everyone attack he's a very offensive fighter.
Okay,
so he has everybody go in at one time, and if he wanted, he could even go into defense mode. And
yeah, I noticed that, and Fenworth mentioned that, he's thrown his swords around, and they're not designed to be thrown.
No.
That's a stupid tactic. It's effective, and so it's like annoying because I can't really be like, hey, why are you doing that? Oh, because you just fucked him up a whole bunch.
Yeah.
That's why you did it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, man, you should probably just get a bow.
Yeah, the one, and he actually does have one.
Oh my goodness.
He actually does. And he also has the ability to infuse that with whatever he fucking desires. But
Are you listening to this, guys? You hearing this shit? Okay, he's got a bow. And why did he use that?
I think we actually saw the bow in the first season. I think.
I believe, yeah, you might be right on that, yeah. Now that I'm thinking back on it, because I was getting originally like a Robin Hood kind of vibe from him, yeah.
Yes.
Why hasn't he busted that shit out?
Because he's got the rapier, and he also gets attack bonuses with his rapiers.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Behind the screen.
Because I'm helping you guys out, that's why.
Yeah. Like I said, I wanted to show... The purpose of that fight was to show how strong he was.
Yeah.
And in comparison, how strong is everybody else going to be? How strong is Gonta going to be? How strong is Hisei going to be? How fucking strong is everybody above that?
Yeah, especially because, it's been 6 months since season 1. It's a significant time jump, as far as characters. As far as D&D characters go, you could level up a few times.
Yeah.
So who knows where all these other people are. We've seen Gonta. Shiro. What's going on with Shiro?
Don't know.
God damn it, I can't get nothing out of you. I got an exclusive interview.
Yeah, I can't say.
Okay.
I can't say anything. You know for a fact that Tiniko's around still.
Yes.
And you've obviously seen Gonta, and now, of course, Devoir's part of their coalition.
Yeah, so now I'm wondering where Shiro is. Damn it, you ain't telling me shit.
I can't tell anything.
Okay.
You can't say anything.
All right, we'll figure it out. We'll get to the bottom of this, guys. I'll figure it out for you.
We're going to get there. We're going to get there very soon. Very soon.
I hope so. Because we're getting near the end. We're getting towards Kieran. And it's a little terrifying, I think. After Kieran, we complete our mission. What's the next mission, Kenny?
Then you move on to the next mission.
God damn it.
Whatever the fuck that is. Whatever Tiniko says is what you guys do without question.
All right, because we're Alpha Squad.
Yes.
We get the shit done. I'm wondering though, what exactly with the conflict between the demons? Has Cock found out anything about the conflict between the demons and devils in the 6 months that they may have told our characters? Because that's not something we've really gotten into. We haven't gotten into the past that much. Would there be any basic information okay, we understand this is we may not understand why they want this, but this is their target?
Yes.
Or anything like that?
So right now, I had given Taryn the vision of, or no, was it Taryn? No, yes.
I had it was
yours. It was Fenworth's vision.
Yeah.
I gave Fenworth the vision of Vandoria being attacked by 2 armies. And maybe I can explain that a little bit more.
Yeah.
What I was trying to get at there were there wasn't just a devil army there was a demon army there too.
Okay.
Attacking the same place, but you don't know if they're
working
together or not. You don't know what the goal is. But just to dive into that a little more, what I really want in season 2 is to show the aftermath of season 1. And I didn't want to I haven't had a chance to explain that. Season 2 is all the shit that happened after Dashu rose, and what power evil has over good now, and what is just watching everything just fall apart. That's what I want.
Shit, you're making me feel bad about what we failed to do as
yes, and I want there to be failure, and I want there to be success too. I really want to show this balance that evil is triumphing right now.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely how it feels.
Yes.
But it also you have that nice feeling of like everybody. It's like the fellowship, like Devoir's now, and he's a member of Cock.
Yeah.
All these heroes are gathering together. Maybe something. Maybe we can accomplish something.
Yeah.
Especially because we're all working. Gaunt is here. Everybody's here.
Yeah. It's almost like hey, this person's really strong. And that's going to happen, down the road. Hey, this person's strong. They're kind of a dick, but we got a common enemy right now. We need to fucking band together or we're getting wiped out.
Yeah, which makes me wonder. We saved Tom, right? The necromancer?
You did. He was saved, but he was passed out when you had left. And we didn't go further into that.
Yeah, I wonder what he's up to. He could be working for Cock too. Who knows these days?
He could be dead too.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of possibilities.
There's probably more people dead now than working for Cock.
Well, I mean, maybe, and there's gonna be obviously a couple more returning characters from the first season. There's also gonna be a lot of new characters too, because like I said, I want there to be that sense of loss and like. We're in danger here.
Yeah.
Like if we don't act and do things right or in the right order or whatever that means. If we don't do the right thing, we're fucked. And that's what I want here. And it's going to start happening soon.
So in that way, is there a plan that Alpha Squad is aware of to stop the Shushu?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not quite. You're kind of just being ordered to different positions where there are problems arising.
We're putting out fires.
Basically.
Okay. Because, he was originally killed by Onquavius.
Yes.
We could resurrect Onquavius.
You could.
Possibly. If one were to theoretically get a paladin or cleric of high enough skill, they could cast resurrection on their bones.
And that... Truthfully, I'm going to say it here, that is a storyline I would love to dive into.
That'd be really cool.
And I don't know what exact direction I want to go into first.
Yeah.
But the Council of 12 and Enquavius is going to happen eventually.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I was like, well, we got a paladin and a cleric. Resurrection is a possibility. We go on a quest to find Onquavius' bones, and we cast resurrection on him, and say, hey, you're back. Guess what? You gotta kill the dragon again because we fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's a storyline that I've thought of from before when we decided that we were going to go this direction with Season 2, that's the first thing I thought of. Okay, we got Big Bad Dragon. Well, who handled that the first time?
Yeah.
Council of 12 did. Is Cock capable of handling it? We don't know because there are multiple people who we don't know how strong they are.
Okay.
Tinico primarily.
And I guess theoretically we could, because since we've started interacting with Cock, we have hired, or more people have been hired. So theoretically we could find more powerful people and bring them into the fold to stop the dragon.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
and
man.
We also don't know who the dragon is aligned with exactly.
Yeah, that was another thing, is because the dragon woke up, and it woke up during Season 1. Go back and listen. Come on, bro. And when it did, we, from the beginning, had no idea, because we were kind of on a side quest thing. It was related to, what was going on. But we weren't quite exactly sure who was responsible for his resurrection. And so I'm assuming now we still don't know. Like 6 months later, Cock hasn't figured it out.
We don't know yet.
Just rampage. Or at least they haven't told Alpha Squad. Just rampaging shit. God damn it.
Well, I know.
You know.
I know all these things.
And you ain't saying shit.
I can't, because it's my job to leave the mystery and let you guys figure it out.
Oh, yeah, and I definitely appreciate it. It's great.
I want to tell you guys. I really do.
Yeah.
There's so much mystery. There's so many mysteries that have not been figured out yet.
Such as, like, where the heart of freaking Boyata still is and what it was even wanted for. We don't know if Jack was killed in it or if he got the heart, where it is. Is that something that Alpha Squad is aware of?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I wonder if we should go get that shit.
It would be something that you guys know of.
It's a story,
but you maybe don't know the importance of it.
Okay.
It's very important. It's a very important thing.
It very much is.
We don't know why yet.
Were we lied to by the Archangels when they said Kieran was demonic?
Don't know.
God damn it. I gotta ask these questions. Because you're gonna slip up with something, I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna get some answers.
Well, what do you know right now?
Well, I know right now that I can't say shit because, god damn it, you gotta check out the next episode. I don't want to spoil stuff. But yeah, I don't know if... I know that we can't trust the Archangels. And so,
maybe not.
But that doesn't necessarily mean they lied to us. Because everything else has been possessed. So maybe Kieran's just possessed?
Maybe. You'll find out soon. You'll find out really soon.
Now, also, this may be a lapse in my notes. Because when you were describing everything, you gave us Kieran and the 4 that rose up with him. Byaku, Genbu,
yes.
Kiryu, and Shizaku. Tiger, turtle, wyvern, bird. Kieran. Did we get a form for Kieran, or we were not told?
I don't think you got a form for... I actually don't know if I gave you the form for Kieran.
Because I didn't have it written down.
I don't think I did.
I have a list of all the others, and he's not there.
I think I did that on purpose.
Okay.
I was actually thinking about that. I was like, did I tell them what Kieran looks like?
Yeah, because as of right now, we do not know what he looks like. But I wasn't sure. I've been doing a good job, guys. I've been doing a really good job on notes this season.
I'm doing better with notes this season, too.
Much better than I was doing on last one. And, yeah, I was like, man, I don't have what Kieran is. I just have demonic entity the Archangel slew long ago. And I feel like such an asshole for not doing a single insight check on those high elves. Or on the, not the high elves. Because I trusted the high elves, too. I didn't do an insight check on them. But the Archangels, yeah. Didn't do a single insight check on them.
I mean, Archangels are supposed to be good in general, right? And I did stress that when we started. Is like, these Archangels, they're a good race. Like, nobody is let up here that's evil.
Yeah, you definitely did a good job with the, make you trust them thing. Because, yeah, none of us insight check. And normally we're like, I don't trust this motherfucker. Yeah. He's shady.
And I had, his name was also, the servant's name was Dio.
Yeah.
Which, from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, we know Dio's a huge fucking dick. So I think that I did that on purpose.
To make everyone on.
To make you question something.
Yeah, and I don't like people named Dio, so.
And then on top of that, I added that quick scene with Gonta walking in and being like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Which
is awesome, because normally you don't get, cutaways and things like that, and having that was, super unexpected, and then you're like, oh shit, I got so many freaking questions. I don't know what's going on, and now I'm worried.
And that's what I want. I really want there to just be a campaign shrouded in mystery, and it's just like, what can we figure out? What can't we figure out? What are things that we aren't going to figure out that we don't even realize? Mm-hmm. I want to keep that going because it makes things interesting for you guys, for me, for the audience. It makes things fun.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely... It gives us, first of all, things to talk about on Real Talk. But, I'm thinking about it throughout the week. I'm like, crap. What, did I forget about something? Am I not thinking about, something in particular that a character said? Because when I listen back to the episodes 4 or 5 weeks later, somebody
drop
will.
hints.
I'm like, oh my god, he just fucking said it. I didn't realize, but he just fucking said it. So yeah,
I do that a lot.
yeah, I've realized it after the fact. I have yet to catch it during, but that's why like no, it was this episode. No, next episode. You had said something about perfect sand, and I was like, I don't trust the sand.
That's next episode, yeah.
But I was like, I don't trust anything you say.
In fact, we'll talk about that next time. So I don't want to fuck it up.
Hey, well, you know what? That's actually a good point, a good part to take off at. I don't want to fuck it up either. You know, that's a good life
and we're
motto.
heading that direction.
We're gonna fuck it up, but instead of doing that, we're gonna see you next week instead for the next episode of Dungeon Junkies Real Talk.
And I'll be here for that too.
Oh, you what?
Oh,
All
I sure
right.
will.
If you loved the last episode of Dungeon Junkies, and if you loved this episode of Real Talk, please let me know on iTunes. Give us some reviews. Put them 5 stars in and type a little tippy-tap message out and let me know what you think. I'll read them reviews out. I promise you.
That sounds fun.
It's super fun.
And if you have not checked out the website, www.dungeonjunkies.com, you pretty much get links to everything from there. Spotify, Patreon. You get all the new episodes. You get everything in one convenient-ass spot.
Oh, super convenient. Super
convenient.
Beautiful. And it's like the nice black background so you don't like click on the website in the middle of the night and you're like, oh shit, my eyes, I can't see. No, it's good.
It's nice. It's
Got
nice
you.
and mellow.
Yeah, so check
Real
it out.
mellow.
Let me know what you think. At Dungeon Junkie on Twitter. Follow us and you'll catch all the memes. I think that's about it.
I think that's it.
All right. We'll see you next week for the next episode of Real Talk.
We sure will.
I love you. Mwah.
Also love you.